Imagine the scene. A harsh famine has gripped the land, and even though their previous journey to Egypt was fraught with danger, Jacob's sons face the necessity of returning for more grain. The fields are barren. The once vibrant landscapes are now desolate. Food is scarce and hope is dwindling. The brothers, though scared and uncertain, know they must venture back to Egypt, the only place where sustenance seems to be available. Yet the looming shadow of their previous encounter in Egypt stirs a deep-seated fear within them. The ruler's stern warning about Benjamin, their youngest brother, resonates in their minds, a warning that threatened their unity and their safety. The decision to return to Egypt is not easy. It's a choice born out of desperation, a choice that highlights the gravity of their plight. The memory of the ruler's harsh warning about Benjamin weighs heavily on their hearts. Enter Judah, ready to step up as a leader. In an act of courage, Judah approaches his father Jacob, pleading for permission to take Benjamin with them on their second journey to Egypt. His voice echoes with determination as he promises to personally safeguard Benjamin's well-being, a solemn vow that reflects his deep sense of responsibility. This isn't a decision taken lightly. Judah knows the risks, understands the dangers, yet he is willing to shoulder them for the sake of his family. His pledge resonates with bravery, a stark contrast to the fear that previously held them back. Jacob, swayed by Judah's earnest appeal, reluctantly agrees. He instructs his sons to prepare gifts for the enigmatic ruler of Egypt, a gesture of goodwill and respect. This includes the finest products of their land, a testament to their sincerity and desire to secure a peaceful transaction. Despite his initial reluctance, Jacob finally gives in, urging his sons to take gifts for the powerful ruler. Jacob, in a display of diplomacy, instructs his sons to present gifts to the ruler. His selection is as diverse as it is thoughtful, each item a testament to the richness of their homeland. He lists off balm and honey, fragrant spices, myrrh, pistachio nuts, and almonds. These gifts are not merely tokens of goodwill, but a symbolic gesture expressing their respect and acknowledgement of the ruler's authority. In addition to these gifts, the brothers are also entrusted with a mission of restitution. They plan to return the money they found in their sacks during their previous visit. This act, they hope, will rectify any misunderstandings and demonstrate their integrity. With their gifts, and double the silver in tow, the brothers set out for their second journey to Egypt. Their hearts are heavy with anticipation, but they are buoyed by their father's faith and their resolve to secure their family's survival. As the brothers arrive in Egypt, they are brought directly to Joseph's house. This unexpected turn of events sends a shiver of apprehension coursing through their veins. Their minds race with the worst possible scenarios. Could this be a trap, they wonder? Is this the moment they will be accused of theft? Would they be enslaved, their freedom ripped away from them because of the mysterious silver returned in their sacks? This isn't just an ordinary fear, but a chilling dread that gnaws at their hearts, a dread rooted in their past actions. It's the fear of retribution, the echo of guilt from a decision made many years ago. The brothers, once the perpetrators, now find themselves possibly on the receiving end of injustice. As they step into the grandeur of Joseph's house, their hearts pound in their chests. Fear grips them as they contemplate the possibility of being accused of theft and enslaved. Opening, the brothers find themselves face to face with Joseph's steward, and they must explain their innocence. The scene unfolds with the brothers, burdened by the weight of their situation. Their hearts beat in unison as they stand before Joseph's steward, the walls of the grand house echoing with their apprehension. They have a story to tell, one that's woven with threads of truth and innocence, and they hope it's enough to dispel the cloud of suspicion hovering over them. With courage, they reveal their tale, their words painting a vivid picture of the silver found in their sacks. This isn't theft, they insist, but an inexplicable mystery. The silver they found on their first journey back to Canaan, they explain, is now returned in full. Their intentions are pure. They have come only to buy more grain and to bring Benjamin as requested. The steward, a man of understanding, listens to their tale. He doesn't meet their honesty with skepticism, but with reassurance. His words wash over the brothers like a soothing balm, calming their racing hearts. "Peace be to you," he says. "Fear not. Your God and the God of your father hath given you treasure in your sacks." The silver, he suggests, is not a result of their actions but a blessing from their God. And then, in a turn of events that further uplifts their spirits, the steward releases Simeon. The brother who was held captive during their previous visit is now free, reuniting with his siblings. Their group, once missing a member, is whole again, and they can't help but feel a sense of relief wash over them. Closing. Relieved by the steward's reassurance, the brothers are joined by Simeon and they prepare for their encounter with Joseph. The stage is set for the next act in this riveting narrative, an encounter with Joseph that would further unravel the complex tapestry of their journey. Finally, the brothers come before Joseph, who is overcome with emotion at the sight of Benjamin. Joseph's heart swells as he gazes upon his younger brother, the embodiment of their shared mother, Rachel. The years of separation and longing culminate in this moment, and the force of his feelings takes him by surprise. Caught in a whirlpool of emotions, Joseph finds it impossible to maintain his stoic facade. He swiftly retreats, seeking the solace of a private chamber. There, away from prying eyes, Joseph allows himself the liberty to weep. His tears, a mingling of joy, relief and sorrow, flow freely, washing away years of pent-up emotion. Once he regains his composure, Joseph returns to his brothers, his countenance once again shrouded in the authoritative demeanor of the Egyptian ruler. Yet his voice betrays a hint of tenderness as he inquires about the well-being of their father. The brothers, unaware of Joseph's true identity, bow before him in respect, their hearts filled with a mixture of relief and apprehension. As the ruler of Egypt, Joseph adheres to the cultural norms of his adopted homeland. The Egyptians, in their strict adherence to societal protocols, find it detestable to dine with Hebrews. Therefore, he arranges for his brothers to be served separately, a move that further confounds the brothers. Yet even in this separation, they find a surprising level of hospitality. Joseph ensures that his brothers are well cared for, providing them with a feast fit for royalty. The aroma of delicacies wafts through the air, a stark contrast to the harsh reality of the famine outside. Despite their confusion and fear, the brothers can't help but appreciate the warmth and hospitality extended to them. Though the brothers are served separately, they are treated with unexpected hospitality. This act of kindness, unbeknownst to them, is a harbinger of the reconciliation that lies ahead. But for now, they revel in the moment, their hearts filled with cautious optimism. Little do they know that this journey, which began with fear and uncertainty, is about to take an extraordinary turn. As they sit down for a meal, the brothers find themselves in a surprising moment of grace and reconciliation. Imagine the scene, the brothers, seated in order of their age, a detail that leaves them astounded. Joseph, with his unfathomable wisdom, seems to know them inside out, yet his identity remains hidden from them. The air is filled with tension, curiosity, and a brewing sense of awe. As they glance around the table, they notice something peculiar. Benjamin, the youngest and most cherished by their father, has a portion 5 times larger than any of theirs. This is an unusual display of favoritism, reminiscent of their father's affection towards Joseph, the memory of which still stings in their hearts. Yet this time they don't react with jealousy but with intrigue and wonder, perhaps touched by the ruler's kindness towards their brother. The feast itself is an extraordinary event, a stark contrast to the famine ravaging their homeland. It's a generous spread, a bounty amid scarcity, a sign of Joseph's abundant grace. This isn't just about food, it's a symbolic act, a tangible manifestation of reconciliation. This feast, this moment of shared meal and fellowship, marks a turning point in their narrative. It's a moment of reconciliation, an interlude of peace amidst a story of conflict and deception. It's a glimpse of hope, a promise of better things to come. In this scene, we see the brothers not as schemers or deceivers but as recipients of grace. We see them in a state of humility, their pride and former arrogance washed away by the unfolding circumstances. They are no longer the ones who sold their brother into slavery. They are now the ones sitting at his table, feasting on his generosity, oblivious to the grand revelation that awaits them. The feast marks a moment of reconciliation and grace, a significant turning point in this remarkable narrative. This is the essence of Joseph's story, a tale of forgiveness, redemption, and divine providence, working through the most unexpected circumstances.